switching gears here. Let's talk about multiple gears. Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. We had a whole full gameplay drop, a whole new trailer, and a whole bunch of breakdowns in the days after, showing off, the reframed, the remade, the refurbished visuals, gameplay, and all that for the Snake Eater campaign, the story, what we're going through. I know there's a little bit of controversy as well over some of the tints and some of the aesthetics of the game. Apparently there is a legacy style tint and filter for the game, so you can play in the OG format color palette that you've come to know and love, Metal Gear Solid fans. So as a resident Metal Gear Solid fan, I know Kojima ain't give you the okay, but I gotta hear your thoughts still, man. What's going on with it, man? How are you feeling about Metal Gear Solid Delta?
I think it was a pretty solid showing. It gave me like a vibe of, hey, this is a remake, but it's not like completely redone. Like it doesn't look like Metal Gear Solid 5, but with a Metal Gear Solid 3 setting. It felt like Metal Gear Solid 3. Well, I haven't played it, but it looked like it was very akin to Metal Gear Solid 3, but also not the same game as well. Like hopefully there's some modernization in there, because it's a PS2 game, and while it did age pretty well, I think with the re-release of the OG on the Legacy Collection, we could do with a reinvention of certain systems. The tint is a great addition. I wasn't super hard pressed on that, and that's the thing, is like, if this game were to be very different from Metal Gear Solid 3 while keeping some of the things intact, I don't think I would have hated it so much, because we have now access to Metal Gear Solid 3 on all like the new gen consoles, right? Like we're able to play the OG version of this game, so I'm not too pressed about certain things not being there or certain things looking different. But I think they did a pretty solid job of trying to keep this game very similar to its inspiration of Metal Gear Solid 3. I do believe, and maybe I'm tripping, I think the boss's hair is a little bit darker in this game. I don't know if that's me nitpicking or if that's just like my eyesight is going in my old age, but like I do think that it looks phenomenal. No, actually it doesn't look that bad. I don't know why when I first saw it, I thought it was like a little bit darker, but like I think that this game is going to be really solid. To me, this isn't like the best way to experience this title. I still think playing the old ones is the way to go. Just having certain things be there, like, oh, tap square to slice, but if you press square hard, you can stab. Like certain things like that. It's just like the beauty of having like such low hardware, but doing the best you can with it. Or reading your memory card. Like there's just certain things that just will always be amazing to me. But this game does look great, and I do think that if you're a Metal Gear Solid fan who already has beaten 3 multiple times, give this one a go. See what it's like. Because even if it's not the peak Metal Gear Solid experience, it's still, I think, worth trying out.
Yeah, I think it's worth a shout, man. Again, I'm not the biggest Metal Gear Solid head. I haven't played all of them, but this looks like a really good jump from what I've seen of Metal Gear Solid 3 to Delta. It looks like I think there's actually enough respect in there to where they give credence to the old things, like the legacy camera, the legacy, what I'm saying, the quote unquote piss filter, what I'm saying, they give you all that, some of the gameplay mechanics, and then just adding the detail of today to kind of give it some just due in today's format. Like they spoke of some of the details, like, oh, some of the injuries that you can get, some of the injuries that you get during your playthrough, they will stick with you. They'll be like permanent scars, bruises, and things like that, to kind of give a little bit of context to how you play the game. I think it's really cool, man. It's really cool. Again, we were kind of fearing the worst with Konami and Metal Gear, because that's kind of how it is without Kojima. But I think it looks like there's enough respect in this in the gameplay that we've gotten, and in this production, to give some justice to Metal Gear Solid 3. So respect to them. I definitely think this is something that a remake that will be given some solid justice, in my opinion.
Yeah.